Hey everyone, welcome to the reading for today. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. It's a general reading. We're just going to see what comes out, past, present, or future. Keep that in mind. And you'll know best how this fits on the timeline for you. So let's just see. What do you guys need to know right now? What's going on in the current energy for the collective? Let's see. The Lovers. And we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. So we have the Lovers here, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, we have Gemini energy. Now, this speaks of overcoming a betrayal or surviving something. All right. There was no painful ending. There was no betrayal here. And now there's no plan forward. Somebody can't move forward. Somebody doesn't know what's coming. Let's see what this is. Why is the Lovers here? The Lovers in reverse, the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. So this has something to do with a breakup, sadness, depression, grief, not knowing what to believe, not knowing what to think because of a breakup. I mean, this is even giving me like when you go through a breakup that is extremely painful and you don't even really know how to feel about it because you thought that this was like true love or you thought this was your soulmate. It's like, it's giving me like that kind of grief where you don't understand. Like you don't understand how this could have happened, or you don't understand the breakup because you thought that you were soulmates, or you thought that it was true love. Okay. What's the Ten of Swords reverse? The Four of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles. And the Four of Swords. So this has to do with some sort of a grudge maybe, or some sort of feeling of rejection, all right? When it comes to a gift, a blessing, something that you've been thinking about or contemplating or processing, coming out of a betrayal, overcoming a betrayal. Okay, what's the Three of Wands reverse? The Three of Cups. The Eight of Cups, walking away. The Eight of Swords. This has to do with, I feel like you walking away from someone or something because you don't see any kind of future there, or you don't see that this is going to work out. Walking away from a group of people, walking away from feeling trapped, stuck, bound. Let's just see what this is, okay? Tell me more about the Lovers. Temperance, Death in reverse, and Temperance in reverse. There's no ending here, but there's also no balance, no rebirth, no healing, no ending, no rebirth, no change, no balance. What's that about? Ascension, a new union, a new phase, transcending an obstacle. This has to do with ascension. Transcending an obstacle, okay? Of codependence, obsession, possession, control. AA, addiction ascending, AA. Ascending something. What is that about? not working on something, no longer putting the work in, giving something up. Something is not mastered here. The Knight of Cups in reverse. A lack of empathy, a lack of consideration. Somebody not working on being more considerate, more giving, more caring. Something not changing. There's no healing. It's kind of like somebody is supposed to be ascending. Now, I don't know if this is you or someone you're dealing with, but somebody is supposed to be ascending. Somebody is supposed to be transcending an obstacle, but they're not. They're not changing. They're not ending something. It's not balanced. Or tell me more about that. Some sort of communication, a message about standing up for yourself, defending yourself, blocking someone. Blocking someone, stopping someone. What is that about? Standing up for yourself. Seduction. Being defensive towards someone because of third parties, hooking up, and seduction. This has to do with not wanting to work on something anymore, or somebody not working on themselves. Someone having an addiction maybe, or somebody being controlling, transcending an obstacle. Talking, text calls and emails, mirroring each other. Relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. This has to do with some sort of text calls and emails, or some sort of conversations where somebody is talking about their wounds maybe. You're talking about your wounds. You're reflecting on things that hurt you. You're doing some sort of introspection. About transcending an obstacle in a relationship, but something not changing or not ending, not healing. Yeah, some sort of conversations, meeting and conversing about being frustrated in a relationship, feeling insecure, lacking confidence, being strategic. Help me understand this a bit better, please. What is this about? A Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. A Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Switching something around so that they can have victory and success with a Ten of Pentacles. Somebody tried to switch something around. They tried to mirror something here so that they could have victory and success with an inheritance, generational wealth. A Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. They tried to transcend the obstacle. Okay, so something was mirrored. Again, this energy of them taking some sort of text calls and emails and trying to mirror it, or conversations trying to mirror it, or switch it around and pretend it's someone else or pretend it's you. And this has to do with someone being frustrated in a relationship, having some sort of ego issues, jealousy, someone that's codependent, obsessive, possessive, and controlling, imbalanced, unhealed. Okay, so this is not you. This is all about someone else that they pretended is you again. And this is all about them trying to get an inheritance, get some sort of generational wealth, get a lot of money, defending the messages. Oh, the Seven of Wands is about them trying to defend the messages now. They're trying to defend the swapping now with the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Wands. They're trying to defend themselves now. That's what this is. They're defending themselves now with a Queen of Cups in reverse, or someone that's emotionally manipulative, emotionally controlling, gaslighting. This is how they're trying to defend themselves. Yeah, so this is going back to them taking different conversations about different people and trying to wrap it into one. Yeah, something about someone being controlling, obsessive, jealous, possessive over finances, independence, money. Okay, so where's that coming in? The Eight of Wands. Messages. More messages. Okay. About fighting. These are messages about an argument where someone is fighting. They're angry about some sort of money, a job, independence, success, an argument about money. A King of Cups. Judgment, somebody being stressed out, an argument about someone being stuck in their head, stressed out, anxious, in a nightmare, having nightmares. An argument about someone having nightmares, being stressed out, anxious, stuck up in their head, having panic attacks, all right? Arguments about that. These messages tied in with somebody being jealous, obsessive. Okay, what else about that? A Ten of Swords, a painful betrayal, an ultimate betrayal. Someone getting stabbed in the back. Over what? The courthouse. Somebody getting stabbed in the back because of court or something legal or a lawyer or a government agency of some sort, an institution. And a house, something about getting stabbed in the back in a house or some sort of an ultimate betrayal at a house. Okay, whatever that is. Mirroring these text messages of someone being controlling. So pretending that this fight was with you or something like that. Okay, what else do we need to know about that? Because I feel like there's more that I'm missing. A phone. I feel like this is a phone. The King of Wands, it's somebody's phone, I feel. It's somebody's relationship on a phone. Something about somebody's relationship on a phone. Okay. The World. That's how they thought they could have victory and success. With a phone. And a fight, an argument about a job, about work, a fight about somebody's work, somebody's job, giving to someone, a fight or an argument about somebody giving to someone, paying for someone at work, or giving somebody money, or being nice to someone at work, or the plan. What is that about? Work, something about a job or a plan or what they were working on, because there was no death, there was no ending, there was no coffin. There was no death. Yeah, death in reverse at the beginning. So there was no ending, there was no death, there was no emergency, right? Their fake emergency. It wasn't real. These messages with the fight, with some sort of a fight here, an argument here, it wasn't real. So that's what they're trying to get out of. That's what they're trying to ascend. That's what they're trying to transcend. These messages that they used to get into your house or to contact your neighbors or to contact your community, these are the messages that they're trying to get out of. These are what they're trying to transcend, because that emergency was never real and it was never about you. You were not the one in those messages. So it's almost like they're trying to cover up who really wrote all that stuff. That's what I'm getting. That's what they're trying to cover up, is who wrote those messages. Whose messages are those on that phone? Because it's not you. That's what they're trying to hide. That's what they're trying to get out of. All right. The King of Swords, and that's where a King of Swords comes in. That a King of Swords and an investment, a long-term investment, a long-term plan. And somebody, this has to do with a Queen of Cups and somebody being in poverty or somebody being in bad health. Okay, so this is where something ties in with a Queen of Cups being in bad health. Or someone's mother being in bad health maybe, all right? Or being in poverty or being alone or... Okay, how does that tie in then? It has to tie in because of the choices that they made. All right, so this ties into the choices that they made and why they made the choices that they made, I guess. Okay. With a judge. The choices that they made with a judge, or with somebody in the law, or somebody in the court system, or they try to have you judged. The choices that they made here with a judge or with a lawyer or with somebody like that. So was this Queen of Cups after or before? I don't know. Journey, it has to do with someone traveling. Someone traveling, somebody moving forward, somebody traveling. The choices that they made. I feel like I need to make it a crime hour, guys. I feel like more might come out if I make this a crime reading, because I feel like we could get some more information. The Empress in the reverse, a toxic feminine energy, a controlling, pushy, overbearing, desperate, needy, clingy, feminine, mother energy, okay, maternal energy. The Five of Swords, trying to win at all costs, trying to sabotage, get revenge, make something go their way. Nine of Wands, something about protecting someone, trying to defend themselves, protect someone, defend themselves, protect themselves. The Wheel of Fortune, trying to change their luck around, trying to change their fate. When it comes to someone in a family or somebody's family, a family member being in poverty or being left alone or being lonely, being broke, feeling abandoned. Somebody in someone's family that felt abandoned, felt alone, felt like they were in poverty. Or somebody being in poverty because of a family. Okay, I'm just going to leave that out there for a second here. Choices that they made with a Queen of Cups and a King of Swords. Now, there was no betrayal here, though. There was no painful ending. There was no betrayal. What's that about? On the phone. It has something to do with the messages on the phone that they used, okay? It's the fact that they used some sort of messages on the phone, but there was no emergency. It's not you. It wasn't you. So that's what they're trying to get out of now. The Wheel of Fortune. These messages sealed their fate. Something about these messages sealed their fate. So I don't know what is in those messages, but they're not fake. Like, they didn't create them themselves, and they're not from you. They're from someone else. And I don't know what they're talking about in these messages, but it must be there must be some gravity to it, because they're trying really hard to cover up what's in these messages and who actually wrote them. I feel like that's the big deal here, is who wrote these messages, because it wasn't you. All right, that's what they're trying to get away with, because they don't want to be in prison. So this is like somebody texting something, admitting to a crime. All right, and then they try to use these messages and show it to other people and pretend it was you, but it wasn't you. And now they're stuck because they don't want anyone to find out who actually wrote these messages, because that person admitted to a crime. You get what I'm saying? That's what this is giving me. What's the Three of Wands reverse? They can't plan something. They can't move forward now with a relationship. And someone taking, because they took some sort of quick action here based off of a relationship. Yeah, it's like they lied about a relationship. Or these conversations are from a relationship, or from someone that this person was in a relationship with. That's what they decided to move forward with. Okay. 10 of Cups, a family, and something about a family, okay? Something about a family situation. The Five of Wands in reverse, there was no fighting. You were not fighting with someone. You were not arguing with someone. This is not you in this fight, in this argument, okay? What's the Eight of Swords? The Seven of Swords, they lied, and they're trying to get away with something. Or this is a crime. There's some sort of a crime here that could get them locked up, man. All right, so whatever is in this phone here, it feels like damning evidence to a crime that could get them locked up. And that's why they sealed their own fate with these messages, because it's like they tried to pin a crime on you that you didn't even commit. And now they're trying really hard to cover up the person that actually wrote it, because they confessed to a crime that could put them in jail, apparently. The Tower. Destruction. Everything's falling apart. A faulty foundation based on lies is crumbling down. All right, it's a shocking, surreal moment. It's destruction. For them working together. They all work together on this. And every single person that helped on this plan is going to get a Tower moment in their own life. The Ten of Wands, yeah, they're burdened. That's the problem, is that they're so dumb. These people are so dumb, really. It's like they use their own crimes. They use their own crimes to try and scapegoat you with it, right? And the Tower is that all of these crimes are going to get back put on top of them. They're going to carry this weight. They're going to carry the consequences to their own actions, all right? They're going to be burdened by what they did. And all of them work together here to try and cause a tower in your life by projecting onto you what they did, which is so dumb, because I feel like what's coming out now is that it's actually them. They did this stuff. They've just been trying to cover it up really well, okay? And trying to blame it on you so that it doesn't fall back on them. That's what this is. So the problem is that there's definitely someone that has committed crime. It's almost like apparently they've admitted to crime on a phone. And these idiots have been trying to say that this is you on this phone, because they know that whatever they did here, this crime, it could put them in prison. And that's why they won't stop. That's why they just keep going. That's why they're trying so hard to keep this narrative alive and keep it rolling, because there's already some sort of evidence on a phone. And that's what they're trying really hard to cover up, okay? They don't want it traced back to them, apparently. So they're in despair. They are in despair, okay? This was not what they expected. They are in despair because it didn't go as expected. Well, they're in despair. It didn't go as expected. Oh, okay. Justice in reverse, illegal. Something here is illegal, criminal. There's no justice here. This was illegal and it was corrupt and criminal. And it didn't go as expected. And I feel like that's why they're freaking out. Because they try to frame you for a crime that they committed. Okay? The King of Cups. The King of Cups has been really busy. They've been in all my readings all week. Even last week, maybe. All right? King of Cups committing crimes with their toxic partner, or whoever that is, right? And then trying to say it's you. Stupid. Okay? That was really stupid. And it didn't go as expected. All right? So I think I'm going to leave it here for this reading. And then maybe I'll do another reading where I make it a crime hour. I feel like I got everything in this reading. I got the basis, right? And then we'll see if more comes out next reading, okay? All right, I'm gonna leave it at that, guys. All right, let's see who's involved here, maybe. August, a Virgo and a Cancer. King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, maybe. Wow, August. June and January. September. And a brother. And a Pisces. And then we have a Leo and we have a sister, okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.